What's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video I've got a long list of updates when it comes to the Meld protocol. If it's your first time hearing about Meld, they're a decentralized lending and borrowing platform coming to Cardano. The Meld project aims to simplify the process of lending and borrowing crypto to crypto, as well as crypto to fiat. With that said, right now the Meld app currently supports a 6-month staking feature, which will be coming to a close at the end of this December 31st of 2022. In addition to that, the Meld team has been working on developing the Akamon bridge, which will be a two-way bridge between the Polygon network and the Cardano blockchain. Now, if you're not aware, the Meld team recently had an AMA, or Ask Me Anything session on Twitter Space with Ken Oling, who is their CEO. In today's video, I want to highlight all of the information that was discussed in the recent Twitter Space, and that'll include general development updates surrounding the Meld protocol. After that, I want to talk about some news when it comes to the Bank Manager NFTs and what we can expect in the next coming months. Following that, I do want to highlight the mGold token, which will be a gold-backed stablecoin coming to Meld. And then after that, I want to highlight a new partner when it comes to the Akamon bridge. And then at the very end of this video, we're going to close out by reviewing some new updates when it comes to the Meld roadmap. Before we get started with today's updates, I do want to give you guys a quick reminder that I have a growing playlist when it comes to the Meld protocol. And so if these types of videos interest you, make sure to use the link in the top right hand corner of this video, as well as the link down in the description below in order to access it. Jumping into the general development updates that were discussed on the Twitter space, Ken Oling, again who is the CEO of Meld, opened up by confirming that over the next few months, the Meld team will be focusing solely on the lending and borrowing aspects of the protocol. If you're not aware, the Meld team in the past few months has been collaborating with IOG on the development of the Cardano blockchain. In addition to that, they've also been working on Hachi, which is a security platform. In addition to the fact that the Meld team will now be focusing on the development of the core services of the protocol, Ken did confirm that we can expect the launch of the Testnet for the lending and borrowing on Meld this coming January 16th of 2023. The main highlight of the Meld Testnet is that it's going to be a pool-based testnet, unlike some of the peer-to-peer testnets that we've now seen launch on the Cardano mainnet. To put this plainly, this means that if you're a borrower on the Meld platform, you're not going to have to wait for a lender to approve your loan requests. The Meld team did also confirm that the testnet will operate similar to the Akamon testnet, and if you did not participate in that particular testnet, you were basically able to mint test tokens that you were then able to use directly on the Akamon bridge. Now, over the next few months, the team will be releasing more information as to how you can actually participate in the testnet, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated as soon as that's released. With that said, the team did not provide an official launch date for the Cardano mainnet, but based on how testing goes on the testnet, we could expect for it to launch on the mainnet between Q2 and Q3 of 2023. The Meld team also spoke about the utility of their token, stating that holders of Meld will be able to participate in MIPS, which will be Meld improvement proposals, as well as gain access to the Meld DAO when it comes to voting about different aspects of the protocol. And then very lastly, holders of the Meld token will be able to use the token to pay for bridge fees when it comes to the Akamon bridge. Moving along, Ken also confirmed on the Twitter space that the team is actively developing an API which will allow for them to interact with other protocols. If you've never heard of an API before, it stands for Application Programming Interface, and simply put, it's a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. Each time you use an app like Facebook, send an instant message, or check the weather on your phone, they're using an API. On the Twitter space, Ken confirmed that the team is actively working on the documentation of the API, and over the course of the next few weeks, they'll be releasing more information about how the API is going to work and how it'll interact with other protocols. The next general development update that was discussed on the Twitter space was in regards to NFT receipts that'll be distributed on the Meld platform. These NFT receipts will be provided to both liquidity providers as well as borrowers using the Meld protocol. Now, the goal of these NFTs is going to be to simplify the management of liquidity providing positions as well as loans that may be taken out by borrowers. As an added benefit of the NFT receipts, you will be able to use them for yield farming purposes on the Meld platform. Now, the team did not yet confirm whether the NFT capabilities will be available for testing when the testnet launches in Q1 of 2023. In addition to the NFT receipts, Meld will also be providing security NFTs to anyone who undergoes KYC on their platform. The goal of these NFTs is going to be to make sure that anyone who's using Meld for crypto to fiat services has been verified to do so. In addition, wallets and users who have been verified via KYC will be able to interact with other partners of the Meld protocol. If you're wondering if the security NFT will be transferable to other wallets, the team did confirm that it will only be tied to the single wallet that was used during the KYC process. The team did also confirm that if you want to remove or get rid of your KYC, that you will have the ability to burn the security NFT. The next general development update I want to highlight is going to be the mention of Meld Finance, or the Meld neobank. If you're not familiar with what a neobank is, simply put, it's a virtual or online bank. Now, the Meld neobank will be required in order to interact with the Meld crypto to fiat services, and initially it'll be launching in the European regions. The team has yet to provide an official launch date for their banking services in the American regions due to regulatory purposes. Users of Meld Finance will have to undergo KYC in order to get access to a bank account, which will be in tandem with the security NFT that I mentioned previously. If you're enjoying this Meld update so far, I'd really appreciate it if you could tap that like button. It's going to help to get this content out to other members in the Cardano community. Thank you. That is going to wrap it up for the general development updates that were discussed during the recent Twitter space. Next, I want to highlight some news surrounding the Bank Manager NFTs. If it's your first time hearing about the Meld Bank Manager NFTs, this is going to be a specific collection of NFTs that's going to be available to anybody who delegated during the Meld ISPO for one or more epochs. In regard to the NFTs themselves, there's going to be two types of bank managers. Now, before we talk about the two different types, I want to highlight the utility of the NFTs themselves. When it comes to the utility of the Bank Manager NFTs, holders will be able to receive a 0.3 loan rate reduction as a borrower on the Meld platform, and liquidity providers will be able to earn an additional yield of 0.1%. With that said, there's going to be two types of Bank Manager NFTs. The first version is going to be what I mentioned earlier, which will be about 42,000 NFTs that'll be going out to anybody who delegated during the Meld ISPO. But on top of that, there's going to be 10 Golden Bank Managers. Now, the Golden Bank Managers will be available to the general public with no requirements of having delegated during the ISPO. The team did release a preview of one of the Golden Bank Managers, which actually is a representation of Ken Oling, again, who is the CEO of Meld. The team also confirmed that they're actively testing the rendering process for the general bank managers, and that they're also working with freeloaders on the integration of their minting portal. Over the next few weeks, the team should be wrapping up their testing, and once they're completed, they'll be releasing additional instructions for the public as to how they can get ready for the NFT mint. Now, if you missed the opportunity to participate in the original Meld ISPO, I would encourage you to join the Meld Discord for the opportunity to potentially earn one of their Golden Bank Managers. Again, these will be distributed to the general public, with I believe 2 of them being earmarked for members in the Meld Discord. The last update I want to mention about the bank managers is that during the Twitter space, Ken confirmed that they'll be able to be used as unique identifiers or IDs on the Meld platform. The Meld team also stated that these will not be the only NFTs that will be able to be used as IDs on the Meld protocol. However, they have yet to confirm any additional NFT collections. That's going to wrap it up for updates on the Meld Bank Manager NFTs. Next, I want to talk to you guys about the Meld gold-backed stablecoin. If you're not aware, Meld is aiming to bring a commodity-backed stablecoin to their platform, and in this case, it's going to be a gold-backed stablecoin, which will be matched one-to-one with the mGold token. Over the last few months, the Meld team has been working to find a stable gold provider in order to back their mGold token. During the last Twitter space, Ken confirmed that the Meld team is working to finalize a contract with a gold provider in order to be able to secure 5 kilos of gold. If everything goes according to plan and the Meld team is able to secure this first 5 kilos of gold, this will be used for the first test run of the mGold token. Due to the nature of the contract itself, the team is yet to confirm when the mGold token will launch, but once the contract is confirmed, they'll make an official announcement for the Cardano community. In addition to that, Ken confirmed that about 1 kilo or 1,000 grams of the mGold token, once it's available, will be distributed to Bank Manager NFT holders. The airdrop of the mGold token is being done as a small thank you to Bank Manager NFT holders, being that the development of the NFTs themselves did take a little bit longer than expected. With that said, in order to be eligible for the mGold token airdrop, all you have to do is hold a Bank Manager NFT. On top of that, NFTs bought from secondary marketplaces such as cnft.io or jpeg.store will also be available or eligible for the mGold token airdrop. As I mentioned before, being that the mGold token will be backed 1-to-1 with real gold. If the Meld team is able to secure the first 5 kilos or 5,000 grams of gold, that will mean that there's going to be 5,000 mGold tokens in total circulation. Simply put, this means that each of the mGold tokens will be equivalent to 1 gram of real gold. That's going to wrap it up for updates on the mGold token. Next, I want to talk to you guys about some updates when it comes to the Akamon bridge. If it's your first time hearing about Akamon, this is going to be a two-way bridge between Cardano and the Polygon network. The bridge is aiming to simplify the process of moving assets from Cardano directly into Polygon, as well as vice versa from Polygon back into the Cardano ecosystem. Now, with that said, over the past few weeks, the Meld team has officially confirmed that in addition to collaborating with the Polygon network, they will also be adopting a bridge between Cardano and the Avalanche blockchain. Now, if you're not familiar with the Avalanche protocol, I'll leave the official link to their website down below, but unlike Polygon, which is a layer 2 scaling solution, Avalanche is a layer 1, focusing on interoperability, scaling, and speed. Prior to the release of the Vassal hard fork, the Meld team did release a testnet for their Akamon bridge, which did function between Cardano and Polygon, and the team did also confirm that post-Vassal, which actually just completed on September 22nd of this month, that the team has updated the Akamon bridge to take advantage of all of the Plutus v2 enhancements. In addition to that, the team will be releasing the Akamon testnet again. However, they have not yet confirmed whether the Avalanche blockchain will be supported in this new upcoming release. That is going to cover all of the updates when it comes to the Meld Akamon bridge. The last update I have for you guys in today's video is going to be about the Meld roadmap. Due to the recent announcement of the Vassal hard fork updates coming to the Cardano network, we've seen the Meld team fall slightly behind when it comes to their roadmap. Over the last few weeks, there's been a lot of questions coming directly from the Cardano community about when the Meld team would be updating their roadmap. In response, just this past week, the Meld team did release an updated version of their roadmap with new dates for their milestones. In the updated roadmap, which I'll leave a link to down in the description below, we can expect to see the launch of the Meld Bank Managers, the Meld Merge Shop, as well as the Meld API, which I discussed earlier, and the onboarding of Akamon node operators, as well as the establishment of the Meld Association in Q4 of this year. On top of that, in Q1 of 2023, we can expect to see the launch of the Meld app, as well as the launch of their DeFi wallet. And on top of that, a Tier 1 exchange listing, as well as the launch of the Meld Decentralized Autonomous Organization, or the Meld DAO. The updated roadmap does also contain some conditional milestones, and so as I mentioned earlier, the gold-backed token or the mGold token will be reliant on the contract with the gold provider, and then in addition to that, the Meld crypto to fiat services, as well as Meld Finance or the Meld Neobank, will be subject to regulatory licenses and approval. That's going to wrap it up for today's extensive update on the Meld platform. I hope that you guys were able to find some of the information covered in today's video to be helpful. If you did, then please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, then make sure to leave those down below. I will see you guys in the next video.